Aloha and welcome to Island Driver TV. Here's what's coming up in the next half hour. We get behind the wheel of a high-performance Kia, courtesy to Aloha Kia. Roger Kuahara heads out to the Blaisdell to see what it takes to get a few hundred cars lined up and shined up for hot import nights. So get in that couch, buckle up, because Island Driver TV starts now.
If you love cars, if you're looking to buy one, or if you need an automotive tip, keep watching, because Island Driver TV starts now. Get behind the wheel of the latest cars with Ed Kemper. Take a look at locals and their sweet rides. Learn what it's like to drive some of Hawaii's most unusual vehicles, plus a whole lot more. Island Driver TV.
Aloha and welcome to Island Driver TV. I'm Roger Kuahara. Hey, you know, if you're like me, we go to car shows and bike shows to see what's the newest and latest and greatest, but what actually goes on behind the scenes to get that show set up. So we're here at Hot Import Nights, and let's go check it out. We're in the exhibition hall now, and behind me are over 200 vehicles. You know, if you think about it, these are like pieces of art sculpted by their owners. I'm here with Mike Manolos, president and founder of Hot Import Nights. He's going to give us a better insight just as to what it takes to put on a show like this.
Putting the show on, first we got to get all the vendors' cars, we have to mark the floors, and we've already done that. We've done quite a good job bringing in quite a few hundred cars into this hall today.
So you were telling me it took maybe about 4 hours to pretty much set up most of the venue, but I understand like a long time ago it used to take a lot longer.
Absolutely. Probably 10, maybe even 15 years ago, it would take a day before to set up, and then also the morning of several hours, and then we'd have the show. But now, I mean, technology with QR scanners and efficiencies, we're able to get them all in within a few hours.
So Mike is the head honcho here at Hot Import Nights, but this guy amazes me because he still gets his hands dirty. He still does all the staging for the cars, you know, make sure that everything is going well. Well, most of the cars are in here already. We got about maybe 2-3 hours before the show, but now is prep time. I'm here with Kai. So Kai, I'm just curious, how long did it take you to put your car together, and then what was your vision?
About 2 years. My vision was just to make it an enjoyable daily show car, I would say. Everything on it I pretty much made from stock to how it is now. From the flares to inside the engine bay to trunk, inside the interior, everything I took accounted for. I didn't really focus on one subject. I kind of made it into a wide span of the whole car as a presentable car.
Hey RV, it's just about an hour before the show. I was watching you prep. Are you almost ready?
Kind of. I just need to wipe down a few stuff. It was raining yesterday, so there's a bunch of stuff on the car that I need to wipe off.
Yeah, you know, this is beautiful though. So what is your vision? What was your vision for the car? How long did it take to build?
Well, I had this thing planned ever since I got the car, but to get where it is now probably took about like a year and a half. But it took a lot of years of saving though. So yeah, it took a while. I just wanted something where it represents kind of like a girly car, but it's still kind of fast looking. Something that's not too flashy, but I wanted, like, the main thing I wanted for the car was the color to pop. Like you wanted, like, I wanted like breaknecks, like, oh yeah, that's definitely a girl's car. So yeah.
Yeah, boy intimidator. So, Mike, if someone wanted to really trick out their vehicle, do you have any real good words of advice as to maybe like where to start?
Absolutely. You know, and it doesn't matter if it's a brand new car or it's something that's been around for a while. Where you start is what's in your heart. You build for you. It's like fashion. So basically, this is automotive fashion here. You pick the color you want, pick the wheels you want. It's your style. Don't try to do what everyone's done, and that's what's great about this. Every single one of these cars are ultimately unique because every person is unique. And I would say just think about what you like, what you love, and what kind of inspiration you have, and start there. And it doesn't have to be wild, but I tell you, after building and building and building, the more you add to it, it can get pretty crazy.
I've noticed that a lot of the cars here are just made for show and some are made for performance. But this one definitely is both of them. So, Chris, you know, I'm interested to know though, you've got extensive carbon fiber on your car. Like, what do you do to, what did you do to prep it?
Well, first of all, in our Hawaiian sun, you want to make sure that your car is at least washed. And of course, we don't really have garages, we have carports. But number one is always putting a good sealant, having a good wash, and getting into the nitty gritty. So you're gonna be also putting wax and a sealant. I'm just lucky to be blessed enough that McGuire's kind of helps me out with the car. So as you can see here, we do maintain as much as possible. But like I said, it came out great. And number one, polish. If you have an engine bay like this, you're gonna have to polish, which means you're gonna have to bust knuckles. And with that, I actually like to go with the Chemical Guys heavy metal for polishing my engine bay.
Hot Import Nights has been going on for 21 years already. I mean, this is before Fast and the Furious. So let's find out what the inspiration and what we got in store for the future from Mike.
Well, yeah, it's been around for a couple decades, and actually Fast and the Furious, they take some scenes from Hot Import Nights. The movie producers came out to the show and said, how do we make a movie around this? Well, obviously, they had Hollywood action and whatnot, but there's always a scene where you'll see certain personalities walking around. They're meeting up in a parking lot, garage, or a race or something. A famous DJ's out there. Well, that is Hot Import Nights. So if you've seen Fast and the Furious and you've seen those scenes, it's in every one of the movies historically. But there's also some interesting things coming in store that Hot Import Nights is going to launch over the next few years.
That is amazing. So, is there something to do with this truck behind me?
Yeah, so a little secret here. We're coming out with a comic book series. And this truck, along with several other vehicles and some of the talent from Hot Import Nights, will be in it. It's going to be the first live-action comic where you actually see the vehicles themselves, but then they go into a portal. Now, maybe I'm giving away too much, but they go in a portal and it gets crazy from there, and I'm going to leave the rest to your imagination.
That is so cool, but how can people find out more about this?
Well, I tell you, it's not out yet, but they can go to hotimportnights.com, and starting at the new year, it's going to have our whole new global schedule. We're all over the world, and it's going to talk a little bit about this comic series. In fact, people can apply, because we're casting right now for vehicles and people to be a part of that, which eventually is going to be a video game and a movie, so it's all in the works.
Wow, that is amazing. Most of these guys have been working on their cars for 1 year, 2 years, maybe some even 3 years or more. But what is the payoff? So, like everyone wants to win a trophy, and Artie, you've actually won last year's Hottest Subaru.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what are you going for this year?
I'm hoping to take it again, and then maybe hottest female ride, or if I'm fortunate enough, maybe best in show.
All right. Good goals, Artie. I understand Hot Import Nights started way back in 1998 in Long Beach, California. So back then, what was the actual trend in cars?
Well, back then it was there was a lot to do with the paint color schemes. So you would have glow-in-the-dark paint, fluorescent pink, iridescent rainbow colors. But back then, that was kind of one of the big mods, was just to modify the paint. And we still see some of those trends today, but it's changed a lot since then.
Yeah, I remember. Bikes were like that too. It was like crazy. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a good time, but one thing's for sure is there's always a cycle, and history repeats itself. So today, you're going to see actually some crazy paint jobs here on the show floor.
All right, cool. Looking forward to see that. Thanks, Mike. Now you know what goes on behind the scenes. Well, Ed Kemper is going to be back to show you the finished product right after these messages.
It's only a matter of time until this happens to your car. You can either go to a body shop or go to Mirage Paintless Dent Repair. Mirage specializes in the craft of paintless dent repair. It's the art of removing minor dings and dents without the use of fillers or repainting.
At Land Rover Honolulu, we only use Mirage Dent Repair because he makes them disappear.
Paintless Dent Repair is a third of the cost of traditional body shops. We offer a mobile service to your home or office. Most repairs are finished within 16 minutes. The original paint stays intact and there's a 100% satisfaction guarantee.
If you have a dent, call my dad, 368-5584.
Aloha. So now I'm here for Hot Import Nights. The doors are open, the music is loud, and we're going to check out the hot vehicles here. So in keeping with the Christmas theme, this hopped-up Subaru not only has Christmas stuff around it, but on the roof, and the color combination is really quite fantastic. And by the way, over here, there's a fellow you might know, so you want to come by and look. Least you forget, Mitsubishi used to make the Evo, a very fast four-door sedan, and this is one in perfect condition. Even though there's stuff growing out from under the hood, there is a high-tech, fast engine that pushes this thing along. So even though this is called Hot Import Nights, there are domestics here and other performance cars, and this is one you don't see at any show, a Mustang 2, built in the 70s. Wasn't super fast at the time, but easy modifications can make it fast enough. Behind me is a 1963 Chevy, and obviously it's had a little work on it, and this gentleman here, Chris, has done some of it. So what did you guys do with it?
Yeah. Well, basically what we did is the suspension work on here. It's got a 2-pump Blackmagic setup with 6 batteries. The car is set up to, I guess, to do a lot of front, back, side to side, and 3-wheel motion.
Does it jump?
It can, but not necessarily. It doesn't go that high. The paint job here was done by our buddies at Junk Shop Pros also, and the graphics on the roof was done by one of our buddies, Alan Osierto.
Well, it's certainly a fantastic looking car. Thanks.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car.
We'll be back to Hot Import Nights right after these messages.
Can I help you?
Do you have a replacement for this oxygen sensor?
Oh, yeah. Watch this. Hey, Rick, what do you think?
Zirconium dioxide, 5-wire. Yeah, we got that. That's part number 24302.
What aisle?
Third.
Shelf?
Second. From the bottom.
That's like a superpower, like a strange and specific superpower.
I heard that.
Let me get that for you.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Quality parts.
Helpful people.
That's Napa know-how.
Living in Hawaii, you need the best, and WeatherTech floor mats from Wetokoli are the perfect choice. When those unfortunate accidents happen and your plate lunch goes to the floor, WeatherTech mats will be there to protect, and they're easy to clean. Deep channels trap water, dirt, mud, and sand, and they're available for hundreds of makes and models, so no matter what you drive, you'll find a perfect fit. WeatherTech floor mats. Find them at Wetokoli on Dillingham, just EVA of Kalihi Street.
Welcome back to Island Driver TV, and let's get back to this Hot Import Night scene. So we've had a couple of domestics, now we're going to do an import, and Shawnee's going to tell us about her vehicle because it's also a truck.
Yeah, so I have a 6-inch suspension lift and a 3-inch body lift, and then this is a ivory red wrap.
So you drive this frequently?
Yeah, it's my daily.
And does it lower itself?
No.
You run around this height?
Yes.
It's pretty flashy paint though, right?
Yes.
It's all sparkly. Did you supervised the changes to it, or had somebody else do it for you, or what?
I worked mostly on this truck, but Red Eye Industries, he did the body lift.
Okay, well, it's certainly handsome. Thanks. So we have this beautiful Porsche. Puna's going to tell us a little bit about it. Obviously, it's had a little work.
Just a little bit of work. This is a 996 C4S Porsche featuring the old and new wide body kit designed by Kei Mura-san. So it basically is a takeoff on the slant nose Porsche where they relocated the headlights down below, which reduces the coefficient of drag, making it a lot more sleeker on the track.
So it's obviously had some suspension changes too, right?
Yes, so D2 is our struts that we're using. Airlift performance management is the controlling factor.
And I heard this went to SEMA?
Yes, so this is a booth car with Nexon, and it just came back off tour yesterday.
Wow, okay, well, certainly a beautiful vehicle. I love the color. Is that, what color is it, a Porsche color?
No, actually this is a Ferrari red.
Ah.
Yes.
There you go, good. So not all the cars here are super high-end models, but some of them are maybe a little more compact, a little older, but have had super modifications. And Bill is going to tell us about the one behind me.
It's a 1974 Toyota Corolla. It's a fuel injection turbocharged 3TC motor.
And you've done some chrome work, I think, under the hood, stuff like that.
Yeah, like all the trim, all the plastic pieces on the headlight bezels, and they're all chrome plated, triple dip.
So how often do you drive it?
Once a year.
To this show?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's kind of a low mileage, but it gets excellent fuel economy, right?
Yeah, doesn't leave the office.
Thanks. So imported all the way from the USA is this Chevy Camaro. Besides being very attractive, it certainly has an interesting display of lights, which flash different colors with different types of lights. So among the exotic vehicles is this beautiful McLaren, which you don't see many of in Hawaii since we have no dealer. McLaren, however, is building more and more of them, and obviously somebody bought one from the mainland. So it's a classic hot sports car. There's no question that it was a hot night, car-wise, vehicle-wise, truck-wise, and we'll be back next year to check it out.
Aloha Kia cars and SUVs. It's Aloha Kia's Light Up the Holiday Sales Event, and the best deals of the year is right now. You, Sorrento, clean up that mud on your tires. What do you think we're running around here? We gotta look our best. Buy a 2018 Kia Forte for $19,045 and get $3,000 cash back for holiday shopping. Or we'll get you driving for just $229 a month with no money down. See ya in a Kia.
What is she doing?
Talking to Kia Cars again.
Welcome to Island Driver TV. We're in a Kia, and this is a very special one for two reasons. First of all, it's a performance Kia, and second of all, a lot of people love the looks. It's called the Stinger, and we're going to get behind the wheel and find out what it's about.
Lately, Kia has been filling every market niche with SUVs and cars of all sizes and with hybrid powertrains. But now, high performance is in the mix in the form of the totally new Stinger. Traditionally, Kia models are front-wheel drive, but the Stinger is rear-wheel drive, or at an extra cost can be all-wheel drive. The real fun is found in the engine compartment. Our test car had the standard twin-turbo 2.0-liter four-cylinder, producing 255 horsepower, working through an 8-speed automatic transmission. This hatchback four-door retains the Kia-style grille, but otherwise it's more sporty. The roofline is low and sloping all the way back to the tail end. On the sides are some wide air vent-like inserts. Either 18-inch or 19-inch alloy wheels reinforce the overall look. The end result is an attractive and unique sedan. And a number of Honolulu residents commented favorably on the Stinger's looks. Luxury best describes the interior. Comfortable, high-bolstered leather seats and a leather-covered steering wheel greet the driver and front passenger. Just having the key on you lets you in, and a simple punch of the start button gets you going. A large 7 or 8-inch colorful touchscreen sits atop a 90-degree angle dash. A backup camera helps when reversing. Everything from the traditional stereo to additional control buttons and dials are found below it. A dual automatic climate system takes care of the cooling requirements. Moving down to the center console, a dial handles the driving modes, with changes to shifting and settings for Smart, Eco, Comfort, Sport, or Custom. Between the speedometer and the tachometer in the dashpod is a smaller video screen, with fuel usage, range, driving modes, speed, and trip info. Even with the sloping rear of the roofline, getting into the back seats is not an issue. Legroom and headroom are fine. The big hatchback is opened with a button on the key, and when it's popped open, there is a large storage area. The seat backs are split 60-40 and are easily dropped for greater storage carrying capacity. With our test drive 4-cylinder, performance is still on the agenda with a 0 to 60 time of 6 seconds. With this engine, the average fuel rating is a good 25 miles per gallon. With the V6, the 0 to 60 time drops to 4.7 seconds. In normal operation, the smaller engine is smooth and relatively quiet. The transmission in its ordinary shift modes is more or less undetectable. Even with the big alloy wheels, the ride is calm on most surfaces, yet cornering is sure and unswerving. The Stinger has styling that's unique and good-looking, and of course, all Kias have a first-rate warranty. If looks and performance are of interest to you, check out the Stinger at Aloha Kia on all the major Hawaiian islands.
Aloha Kia cars and SUVs. It's Aloha Kia's Light Up the Holiday Sales Event, and the best deals of the year is right now. You, Sorrento, clean up that mud on your tires. What do you think we're running around here? We gotta look our best. Buy a 2018 Kia Forte for $19,045 and get $3,000 cash back for holiday shopping. Or we'll get you driving for just $229 a month with no money down. See ya in a Kia.
What is she doing? Talking to Kia Cars again.
When you're looking for quality seat covers in the color and pattern you want, there's really only one choice: Wetokole. It's a company with humble beginnings in Hawaii, and now each cover is custom made at the sprawling Wetokole factory in California. They stock hundreds of patterns from decades of vehicles, so no matter what make or model you have, they'll be able to custom make seat covers that fit snugly and securely. When new models come out, Wetokole is there to measure and make new patterns that fit exactly right. You can choose from thousands of color and pattern combinations so you get exactly what you want. Each cover is made of quality, damage-resistant materials, including neoprene layered with nylon on both sides, making it twice as strong. Accidentally get a rip? No problem. Wetokole is a family business in the USA and can easily take care of it. They not only protect your seats, but are easy to clean. Wetokole seat covers can handle the punishment of rain and snow and sand and mud. And did we mention they're pet resistant?
We just had Bracket on our seat covers, trying to show everybody how this hair comes off. Wipes right off the covers, just like that. All dog hair.
Wetokole. Stop by our Honolulu showroom at 1727 Dillingham Boulevard. You work hard all day long. And when it's time to play, you play just as hard. And through it all, your Wetokole seat covers are working hard too, taking the punishment you give them and defying the effects of dirt, sand, and water. Wetokole can handle everything your lifestyle demands, and when it's time to relax, you know you've made a smart investment. No matter what your lifestyle, Wetokole has you covered.
Can I help you?
Do you have a replacement for this oxygen sensor?
Oh, yeah. Watch this. Hey, Rick, what do you think?
Zirconium dioxide, 5-wire. Yeah, we got that. That's part number 24302.
What aisle?
Third.
Shelf?
Second. From the bottom.
That's like a superpower, like a strange and specific superpower.
I heard that.
Let me get that for you.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Quality parts,
Helpful people.
that's Napa know-how.